Hey everyone, if this is Silphidamus, if you don't remember me, I kind of did these slightly instructional, but I wouldn't even consider them that, tutorial videos a while ago, and I've decided that rather than do that, I'm just going to show some games, and you guys can take it for what you are. I am a bronze level player, so I'm not the best, but I'm just going to show you guys some games so that, well, mostly for just your enjoyment. I mean, if you want to watch them, great. If you don't want to watch them, don't watch them. If you want to take something away from them, that's great. If you learn something by watching them, it's even better. But if you don't, hey, I'm not going to complain, and that's not what these videos are for anymore. So, I'm playing against this guy, Thick Dubbed. I think that's how you say his last name. Um, it's Protoss v Protoss. That's him in the red. I'm over here in the blue. And I've decided to make Protoss my main. I've messed around with Terran and with Zerg for a long time. I just don't like them as much as I like Protoss. I am better at Protoss. I enjoy warp gates more than anything else. So, yeah. I'm just going to show you guys these games. I'm essentially going to cast them as though I know what I'm doing. Um, Hopefully you guys enjoy, and that's going to be all from now. I'm just kind of going to play it as a cast now. So anyway, so standard Protoss, everyone, just building up their resources. Thick Dubbed here's already got his early gateway. He did it a little faster than I did. He did it on 12. I'm just now getting mine on 14. I was thinking about going with Robotics Bay plan here, but when I found him and saw that his gateway was finally up, I did get a little worried, and I decided that I'm just going to go straight ahead and go with this, well, my version of the 4 gate. Haven't perfected it or anything. Did go ahead and put a pylon. Now, the reason I'm putting a pylon here is mostly just to see if something's coming. It might be a mistake because it really delays my pylon, and as you can see up here, I'm about probably going to get supply blocked because I'm trying to. Yeah, there's a probe coming up there, and a zealot's coming up soon as well. And that's going to accidentally supply block me because that's going to take a little longer to finish. He's going to have to run probe, blah, blah, blah. So I saw. Yeah, I just saw these and missed that second pylon coming up because it's not even up yet. And he's all the way over here for some reason. This probe's, don't know why this probe's just sitting there. Let's see. Got my assimilator coming up for my cybernetics core. It is a bit late, so I'm going to actually miss going straight to warp gate. I'm going to be a little late on that. And then there's a pylon there, which also, if you notice, this kind of makes a, well, it's more of a pathway than a choke, which is helpful if, like, zealots or zerglings, for if you're playing against the Zerg coming, but I think that the Zerglings can get in there, so it's not a really good choke. But yeah, as you see, the cybernetics core's up, but I have no gas because I did not put anybody on the assimilator. It's a big mistake. And then I've got a second gateway coming up as well, which probably should have gone down about a minute sooner than what actually happened. Over here, he's got his probe moved over to this gold, and as you can see, he's going. Got a cybernetics core and 3 gates, so he's going up pretty well. He's already pumping out zealots. I probably should be pumping out a few zealots here. It's really a problem sometimes when it comes to macroing my units. I have a really bad time with my military units. As you can see, I am winning in the probe count, but he's also spending his on zealots. Holy crap, my APM is terrible. I probably need to fix that. So, wait, that's the wrong tab. There we go. Income. I am winning just ever so slightly on the mineral count. That's to be expected from my probe count being slightly higher. I should probably, yeah, I'm already going to go ahead and expand here, and that's probably a little late actually, because if you see, I've got still 500 minerals. That's not that great. I should probably have been spending those more. But yeah, right now it's 2 zealots to 4, but 25 probes to 21. So I've definitely got building probes down. I think I can check that off. Let's see. Stalker's now up. He's working on cybernetics core on warp gate and still popping out a bunch of zealots. Uh-oh. Yeah. This actually almost... I didn't actually lose the game because of Dark Shrine. Whatever. As you can see, I lost the game. But yeah, now I've gotten 4 gates up. Warp gate's going to be up in like 10 seconds. Nexus up, but no saturation. I still need to work on that. Not producing units. I really should be producing units. There's no excuse when I have 500 X minerals. So 4 gates coming up. And he is, I don't know, he never really scouted me except for after that first time. I mean, I haven't been scouting either. Ooh, Twilight Council. He doesn't have charge or blink. Oh, he's probably waiting for 200 gas. Shrine's now coming up. He's probably going to get Zealot charge soon. 4th gateway. Warp gate's up. He's not producing. He's not switching them over. And I still don't know. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I'm not really sure. He probably could have actually taken his army and blown up those rocks. There we go. Now there's warp gates, and I have my warp gates as well. And I think I'm working on I'm working on my own Twilight Council, and then 2 more gateways. 3 stalkers, 2 zealots versus, well, now 4 zealots versus 9 zealots. And got some pylons coming up. This still does not have nearly enough, but we'll see what's happening. So I'm getting Zealot charge from the Twilight Council. And then his Nexus, and he's just now getting charge, but he's chrono boosting it out. It's 4 gate. I probably could have won right here if I just went ahead and pushed out. And I'm going ahead and scouting, I should say. My armies were definitely, ooh yeah, Dark Templars are out. That's generally not a good thing. And he's going to go ahead and move out. And I believe I actually get my probe down there. Yeah, we miss each other, I think. No, he sees my probe but doesn't do anything about it. Oh, well, kind of. But his guy's charge isn't up for him yet. It's going to be up in just a few seconds. So I do think I get stuck here, realize that, and I do see the Dark Shrine. So I actually right away, I'm scrambling actually. I'm like, I have no detection whatsoever right now. So even though my army's bigger, let's see. Yeah, my army's a little bit bigger. He's going to wipe me out because I can't do anything about Dark Templars. So I get started right away on a robotics bay, so I can get an observer out. Observer. That's kind of difficult to say. 4 pylons. Don't know why that probe's just sitting there. Let's check out the... Wait, I'm already on units. 39 to 27. So I'm definitely up on the probe count. I don't know why I didn't send some of them over to my expansion. But now it's starting to look good. In Forge, I was going to try and get cannons out, because they're also detectors, but didn't get that done in time. This was a really stupid mistake. I went down with the spite sentries and then force fielded afterwards. So definitely force field micro is something I need to work on. So Dark Zealots is starting to destroy my army, and Observer's not going to make it out in time. So essentially the mineral line gets sacrificed. Yeah. While I try and get an Observer out, while I kill off the rest of the Zealots. And almost, there it is, and now we can finally see Dark Zealots. Unfortunately, of course, I don't bring my Observer over in time, so he gets a few more kills with his Zealots. This one's up to 11, and I have absolutely no probes left anymore. Just nothing. He's got 2 bases, technically, with some high yield. And he's going up 4 more gateways, so he'll be at 8. While researching Blink, but I'm not really sure why he's researching Blink, because he doesn't have any stalkers. Researching for the sake of researching, I guess. But I didn't lose my forge, surprisingly, and I never really made do with that. I've got 1,000 minerals and never really built some cannons to protect myself. It's really just not a bright idea. So I push back because I don't think he has much, which he doesn't. He's got 8 Zealots versus 10 Stalkers. Yeah, I win even without the Zealots. They do have Zealot charge, unfortunately, but I think mine do as well. Yeah, we both have Zealot charge, so should equal out. I have this one lonely sentry who never ends up actually doing anything because he gets killed like right off the bat. And he's kind of tricky here and goes ahead and builds a 3rd Nexus way up here. Never hits his natural. So anyway, huge battle. Everybody's dying. We've got 6 zealots. I'm really low on gas, actually, so I produce as many sentries as possible and just go to zealots. What I should have done is actually I never kept producing probes for the mineral line, and that's going to come back and bite me. Because he still has all of his probes mining, and while he's never really able to beat me heads up right here, I'm still losing because he's just producing them. He's just waiting for this Nexus to finish. So I'm still producing units. So I'm not just sitting around. But I should have probably built. I really needed to produce more probes to throw into the mineral line. So, yeah, and with this much chrono boost, there's no reason for me not to. It was just a really stupid. I was just so focused on the assault that I was not paying attention to what I was doing, and my macros faltered, and so I got really behind here. As you can see in my income tab, I mean, we're equal, but as soon as he gets people into this Nexus, his economy is going to be pretty stabilized. I'm only mining off this one base while I still have plenty of probes over here. So his zealots, I don't think he didn't have a forge, did he? No. So I do have the advantage, and I do start taking out his productions units. Didn't know this exists, don't know this exists, and as he essentially just gives up his base. Like, he still defends it a little bit, but I think he knows that he's lost his base, because he'll probably start producing some gateways up here. But Stalkers are pretty good counter to Zealots. Of course, if they have charge, it equals out, but it's their 10 damage versus the Stalker's 8 damage. You know, it's just a stronger unit. So Stalkers went out in the long run. And then just general, I had honestly thought it's over. I've won. You know, this is GG. Got a few units up here in the back. He actually sends 2 Dark Templar after my expansion. And see, now I've kind of caught up on the probe count, even though, and they get annihilated. So I start building up an observer really quickly. So I was thinking, oh, he's going to try and base trade. I'll win because I have the observers, and he doesn't. But I really don't know why I didn't. Well, I didn't have the observer. But see, now it's up, and I'm just sitting here. Probably would have been a better idea to just go after him with the Stalkers and Zealots and hope he'll go after him. And see, now they're just sitting here. Like, you can go after him anytime while he slowly and surely takes down your Nexus. Nope, too focused over here. See, now half of them aren't even attacking. And now, after the Nexus is destroyed, do I go after him? So that was a really expensive dummy. And as I said, he's got 4 gateways coming up. And since he's already researched Cybernetics Core, or Warp Gate from the Cybernetics Core, I'm like, oh, wait, if I just go after his Nexus, he can't produce any units, and I'm fine. And then, haha, I've won. Not really. 4 gateways, 5 gateways, 6 gateways, I'm sorry. Nope, 6, 7, 7 gateways total. Yep. So I then go after his Dark Shrine, hoping to take that out so he can't produce more Dark Templar, because I know he's got another base. And I just go ahead and blow that up, so he doesn't like just bring a pylon back and reactivate everything. But yeah, he has high yield minerals and 7 gateways with a bunch of zealots. I'm not even really producing units anymore. Like, I just don't have. I'm down to 15 probes. No expansion anymore. Finally, just now getting probes back into my mineral line over here. Looking for him. He's not at his natural. I believe these guys are going to go down up here to check and see if he's there, and up here. These guys are moving up it's just a finding now. And I thought, since I found his high yield, he had just moved there to try and win the game and make a comeback. But Little did I know about this third base way up here that is slowly and steadily producing units. Let's see it now. 5, 6, 7 zealots. Now I still have the better army, but of course he loses his base. So what does he do? Well, I'm just going to mass produce, 7 zealots at a time. I know he doesn't have the resources for this, but it's 10 zealots. And then I stupidly attack the pylon, and I don't focus fire, which is a really bad idea, but he's just constantly producing zealots. And while I have 13 stalkers, all 13 of them aren't over here. There's only 7. So that army actually gets taken out pretty quick. He doesn't even lose any of the original, while still pumping out more. And I'm able to pump out just as many units at a time, but none of my units are all together. So there's only 6 stalkers in this group with 4 zealots versus his 11 zealots. So while I should have been able to wipe out half that army in a few seconds. And while they're doing that, of course, he's just pumping out even more and more units. And at this point, this is where his economy just happens to beat mine. And he just has so many more minerals than I do. His mineral income is so much higher than mine that he can just continuously, not even worried about gas anymore, he can just continuously pump out zealots. And I just don't have enough forces. Like, I should have kept those guys back at this point. I don't know why I didn't. And now there's just so many zealots that my stalkers can't keep up, and I can keep producing stalkers all day long, but it probably would have been a better idea for me to start also producing zealots, and hope I can just get enough out to beat his. But at this rate, 3 stalkers is not going to do much. And this guy seems to me that he's a pretty decent Protoss player, knowing when to attack when I start warping in units. And yeah, it's essentially the end here. He just then proceeds to take out the rest of my units. I just don't have the mineral count to do anything. I try to be cheeky and put him back some, but it saves him for maybe an extra second or two. But it's not enough to change the game or actually win the day. So he just proceeds to wipe out the rest of my army. And he wins. Anyway, there's the game. Hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, sorry. If you want to leave a comment on something I can do better, what you see that I can improve on, go ahead and leave one, and I'll see what I can do. Until next time.